Morning, everyone. So, this is going to be our last assignment for the whole year. This is part five, the stock market report. And in this report, which is due on June 12th, so you have about 2 weeks to complete this, a little less than that. You are going to pretend that you are a investment banking intern during the summer of your senior year in college. Read this information, and for your report, you're going to choose one specific stock, preferably one that you've already invested in. And if you're participating in the stock market game, to research. This stock can be part of any company. Your goal is to make a recommendation for the company to buy or sell the stock. So you want to say at the end or at the beginning whether you want to buy or sell the stock, and here's my reasons why. Your report should explain any terms in detail and define terms. It should be 1 to 2 pages in length and be written in your point of view. Be backed by research and include any other relevant information and or information that you find interesting. So if you find that the company used to build automobiles and now they're building, rocket ships to space, that might be an interesting thing to talk about. If you need help choosing a company, click this link. There's a link to the top 30 companies. You can, of course, choose a smaller company, but a bigger company might give you more information and more history. Things to consider including in your report are the name of your stock, ticker symbol, a graph of the daily stock price, PE ratio, beta numbers, bear market versus bull market. If you don't know what these terms are, I linked a resource at the bottom of this page where you can basically Google on that website. Or if you can just go on the website, there's a search bar and you can type that in and find out what these mean. These are like the most important terms in my opinion. And understanding this will help you understand stocks better. The other thing is when you're looking for a graph of the daily stock price, a good resource is also linked at the bottom, and it's Yahoo Finance. So Yahoo Finance, this is a great first thing to look at when you're looking at your stock, and you can just search in the search bar your stock name and it should pop up with a graph and all the information. Here's the glossary of stock terms, news on the stock market. So if you want to see the current state of our stock market, this is a great resource, marketwatch.com. And then that same link for the 30 largest companies. Other things to consider. And I don't mind if you use Wikipedia because generally it is a very reliable resource. It's backed by a lot of people checking and rechecking the information. And yes, I know they say that you can change it, but for the most part, it is reliable. Other things to consider: what do the companies do? Where do they do it? And how do they do it? Current climate of the stock market. Again, this is linked to MarketWatch. Is there something affecting the stock market or the stock price right now? Is a good time to invest or not? So that's a really important thing to think about. Probably one of the most important things to think about besides like the company itself and the history of the company, where, when, why it was founded, CEO of the company. Think about the Johnson & Johnson article in part one, where we talked about how they started off, creating soaps, and any positive information about the company or any scandals, misconduct, and crimes, because that can also affect the stock price as well. Here's the last part right here. Here's a sample structure. So, for example, if I'm doing Chipotle, in my report, I will explain why our company Goldman Sachs should buy or sell stocks of Chipotle. I will also include research, data, and my own personal analysis to back up my decision. And I broke it down for you as like an example. You don't have to follow this structure, but if you're lost and want someplace to start, here's what you can include in your paragraphs. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me. This is due on June 12th, like I said, so you have roughly 10 days from now to do this. If you need extra time, let me know. If you go over by a few days, that's fine, but this will be the last assignment. And for those that are wondering if their grade is going to go up, yes, it will. For those that NC'd Q3, if you do all of this stuff, then you will pass the quarter. For those that want to get that extra boost and get the higher grade, doing this will boost you up to that A+ or B+ or whatever grade you have that you want. Okay, good luck. You guys will do great.